Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have my eyebrow routine for you, and well, there's not really much to say, is there? But these are my eyebrows. It's taken me quite a long time to get them to how I want them to look. I also filmed a makeup tutorial on this makeup, by the way, so just in case you're wondering, I don't just have this makeup on for no reason at all. I'm also thinking of doing a sort of how I groom my eyebrows and all that sort of jazz. If you'd be interested in that, then let me know and I'll totally do that for you. And if you like a natural brow routine, all that sort of jazz, then let me know too, because this is my more sort of when I'm wearing a full face of makeup, what I'll do my eyebrows like. Even when I'm just wearing a bit of mascara, sometimes I do my eyebrows like this depending on how I'm feeling. And I also just wear my eyebrows like this to work as well, and to work I have to wear like natural makeup. So yeah, if you'd like to see how I do my eyebrows, then please. Okay, so I'm just going to start off by brushing through my brows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer, but I'm going to be taking this spoolie end. So I'm just going to brush through my brows with the spoolie. You can use any spoolie that you own, but I just really like this one as it's really sturdy and quite sort of fluffy. So I'm just going to brush through my brow hairs. And what I like to do is I like to just brush them all upwards just to make sure that I've got all of the products from the day before or whenever out. And then what I like to do is brush the front up. Once I see that there's nothing left in them, I brush the front up and then I pull this back bit backwards like so. So only the front is the part that's sticking up and this bit here is sort of laying flat, if that makes sense. I'm going to take my Benefit Browsings kit. This is in number 5 because my hair is black, but I like my eyebrows to be just a little bit lighter than my hair, as I find it complements your skin tone better as well, I find, because if you have really black hair and really black eyebrows, it can tend to look a bit harsh. The brush that I like to apply my eyebrow products with is the MAC 266 angled brush. This is it here. And I've been using this brush for my eyebrows for about 2 or 3 years now. So what I like to do is I take the wax side from the Benefit Browsings kit and I like to just apply some onto my brush. And I like to focus this on the tail of my brow. So I like to focus it sort of here where my arch is. And I just drag it down like so. And I'm not concentrating on making this very sharp to start off with. I just want to create the shape. Another reason why I'm starting on the outer part is because where you apply your brush is going to be where the most colour is applied. So if I was to apply it in the inner part here, I would literally have like a permanent block line going along. So it would look very harsh and very unnatural. So then I like to apply my product and start to focus it more towards this middle part here, and I connect it to this part, so where my arch is. And then any remaining product on the brush, I like to just pull it along this front part here, as you're able to see, and then I just lightly flick the product up like so. And then what I like to do, just to make sure that there's no sort of extra product clumping up around the front, I like to take the spoolie once again and I just feather it upwards. As you're able to see, there's a nice gradient line, so it goes from lightest to darkest. Then on the top of my brow, I'm grabbing more product and I'm going to go along from this middle part here and drag it down. I don't go in one whole swipe, I like to do it in little motions. So then pull it down to there and then I pull it down to the tail like so. If you find that it looks a bit too harsh, you can go over with your finger and then back in with the spoolie and it looks a lot more natural. So then I like to start filling the top bit in up here and pulling it down. Then I like to connect this part and make it a little bit more sort of darker there, and then I like to just fill in my tail. Then I'm just going to go over the top part lightly, very light strokes like so. Then, as this looks a bit crazy right now, I'm just going to then go in with the powder side and I'm going to start filling the eyebrow in. This will really help with keeping your eyebrows there all day, because unfortunately the wax can tend to rub off on its own. So I'll just make sure all the tail part of the brow is filled in, And then I like to just take it through the front. So again, I start by taking very light strokes as I'm building it up to the front, pushing upwards, and then lightly flicking the front back in with the spoolie, brushing through. And there you go. As you can see, it looks more like an eyebrow now, whereas before with just the wax it looked a bit funny. And also I'm going to be cleaning up with concealer, but that's the Benefit product applied. Now what I'm going to be taking is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow pomade in the shade Granite. And I used to use Ebony, but I prefer Granite as it's more of a sort of cooler tone, whereas Ebony was a bit too sort of warm for me, I found. So this is what it looks like. You've probably seen this 1,000 times if you have an Instagram account or you watch YouTube videos. And I'm just going to swipe my brush in this, and then I'm going to apply it to the back of my hand, just to make sure I've got rid of any excess product. I'm only going to study this product on the back part of my brow, so like the tail part. This is the product that's going to make your eyebrow nice and sharp and defined. You could do that with the Benefit one, but I just like to do it with this as I find it stays all day as well, this product. So I'm just applying this to the tail of the brow. So I just start by light brush strokes, and then I start to pull it down to get the shape. I pull it back, and I like to just make my brow a little bit longer as well. That's just personal preference. This is just so when I apply like eyeliner and that, I don't know, I just find that it complements my eye shape. I'm going to also be cleaning it up with concealer, so I will make it a little bit sharper, and I'd like to just lightly fill in over the top and this bit here. Where I've got any gaps, I like to fill it in with the Dipbrow pomade, because obviously it's a lot more pigmented and I find it easier than using the Benefit, like the wax and the powder, because the Dipbrow just covers it. So this bit here, I like to just pull it along and drag it down like so. Ta-da! Sometimes I get my finger like this and I just pull it along, and that also will help with creating like a sharp line, and then you just obviously clean this bit up. I always do my brows before any other makeup on my face, like foundation, because I find it helps them last a lot longer throughout the day. And also when you apply, I'm just redoing my tail, how I want it to look. Yeah, when you apply that foundation and that, you tend to sort of get foundation in your eyebrows, and when you apply the eyebrow product, then that way it doesn't last as long, whereas when you apply them before like any other face makeup, then that way they last a lot longer because they almost like stick to your skin. Other reason I like to use the Dipbrow pomade is because I like the gradient effect, not because I'm trying to get the Instagram brow, just because I find that, I don't know, I like it with my makeup looks. Like, I just think it looks a lot more professional. If I was to do a natural brow, then I'd go for a more sort of bushy brow, and I wouldn't use the Dipbrow pomade, I'd just use the Benefit one. I can do a tutorial on a more sort of natural brow if you'd like that. And then the other reason I use the Dipbrow is because I find this lasts a lot longer. Even if you weren't to set it with an eyebrow gel, this lasts a lot longer than the Benefit browsings. So yeah, I'm just going to flick through one last time with my spoolie. Helps blend all these shades together too. And then if you have any sort of dark bits of Dipbrow pomade, you can just clean that up with a wipe on your skin. What I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be taking the Rimmel London Lasting Finish Concealer, and I would say that this is the perfect dupe of the MAC Studio Finish Concealer. By what I've seen of it and the texture of it and everything, I would say that this is a dupe of it. This was only like £5.99 or £4. This is the shade 020 Ivory, and this is actually the perfect concealer ever. It's full coverage, it's creamy, it's blendable, it's everything you want in a concealer to clean up your eyebrows. The brush that I'm going to be using to apply it is the Real Techniques Detailer brush. This brush actually came in a set. I've had this brush about 2 or 3 years. This came in the Core Collection set that Real Techniques do, like one of their original sets. I'm not sure if they sell it individually, they may do. I know if you live in America, you can like order from their website and stuff, but in the UK you can like get Real Techniques in Boots and Superdrug. You can also find it on eBay as well. I'm not sure how much it would cost if you ordered from their Real Techniques site. I don't know. I don't know if they have an English website, I'm not sure, but if they do, I'll link it down below for you. So what I like to do, again, I like to just focus on this tail part here. So I just apply it in downward strokes and pull it towards that tail, this part. I like to do next. So I raise my brow because I find it's a lot easier to get underneath it. If you was doing someone's brows, like if you were doing freelance, or you know, you're just doing someone else's makeup and you want to clean up underneath their brows, then you want to just pull the skin and then go underneath like so. You can do that with your own eyebrows as well. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. But yeah, I just raise the brow. And again, I do it in little strokes because I don't want to muck them up. And just take as much product as you need. Concealer's great for just like correcting any mistakes that you may have made. If you go in with too much and you accidentally take it in your brow, you can just go back in with the wax. And I just apply the powder and the wax together, and then I just go like so. And then I focus it on the front of my brow, so I just take it along to underneath. Like so. And then what I like to do, you don't have to buy this brush, but this is the MAC 242 flat shader brush, and I like to drag the concealer down with this. You could also do it with the Real Techniques one, but I just find this one's easier because it's a bigger brush and it's flat also. So, and you can just blend the product in with this too. And this bit at the front, I like this to be more obviously gradient, so just make sure that's blended very well. And then sometimes for the tail, if I want it to be super defined, I take the MAC one in this concealer and I sculpt them out with this at the end. So this is my finished eyebrow. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply some makeup to the rest of my face, and then I'll show you when I apply my eyebrow gel, because I don't like to apply my eyebrow gel right now, because when I'm applying eyeshadow and foundation, then I sort of worry that I'm going to get it all stuck to my eyebrows, and then obviously once you've got the eyebrow gel on, you can't really get it like off, like you can't get the foundation and that off without having to redo your brows. So I'm just going to do that, and I'll be right back and I'll show you my finished brows. Right guys, as you can see, I've done the rest of my makeup. I'm in the middle of filming a makeup tutorial, but I'm just going to show you now that I'm setting my brows in place with the Benefit Ready Set Brow. This is the mini size one. I got this in a magazine, but I'm definitely going to purchase a full size one when I run out. I like to just flick the front of my brows up, and then with the bigger side of the brush I like to just pull all these bits back and pull them down, like what we did when we was applying the eyebrow product in the first place. And that's my brows done. So guys, that is my finished brow routine. I really hope that this video helps some of you that are wanting to fill your eyebrows in a little bit more sort of bold, or just fill your eyebrows in general. Just remember, always follow your actual natural shape of your brow. If you want to make your eyebrows a little bit straighter or something, then some people do shave the ends of their eyebrows off. Not saying that there's anything wrong with that. If you want to do that, then that's completely up to you. If you'd like me to do a more sort of natural eyebrow routine, then I'd totally do that for you. I don't mind at all. So yeah, I really hope that this video helps some of you guys out, and I will see you in my next video. So take care, bye!